Hi, I'm Dr. Kyle Hancock, and today we're here with Yada Yada. I'd like to talk a little bit today about a simple principle that many of us may not recognize being a part of our life. The problem I'd like to talk about is emotional discomfort. Quite often, our belief is that we should always feel happy. Quite often, many of us believe that everything should go just right. This, of course, is influenced by many variables. One of them is what we call the Facebook effect. I look at my friends and neighbors' social media and I conclude they're on vacation. Their life is a joy. Everything goes well for them. Of course, I ignore the fact that for many people, we don't post our worst moments, our embarrassing experiences, our sorrows, or our frustrations on our social media accounts. All in all, this leads me to conclude that my life isn't anywhere near as much as I would like it to be, or my life isn't as nearly as full with joy or excitement as I would like it to be. This creates the impression that our life should have less discomfort and more enjoyment. And while I am certainly for creating joy and bringing it into our lives, I am also aware that part of being alive is encountering discomforts, displeasures, frustrations, annoyances, or pain. The presence of discomfort is ironically not an indicator of the lack of joy. Instead, the presence of discomfort is quite normal. Most of us experience some level of discomfort each day, the same way as most of us experience some level of joy each day. Now, if you find yourself having very limited joy for an extended period of time, you may be having symptoms of depression, and that would be a different conversation for another day. I'm referring to those of us, however, who generally speaking do not experience recurrent or significant symptoms of depression. I'm referring to those moments in time when we feel discouraged or frustrated because we don't like what we feel. The challenge with this is we may end up going to more and more lengths to dispel the presence of discomfort, when in fact it is a very normal and acceptable life experience. Rather than our attempt at removing what is uncomfortable, I would advocate that we instead look for ways to manage it in an effective and healthy way. Sometimes people will go to extremes, even to the point of hurting themselves, in order to avoid the presence of discomfort or pain. Unfortunately, this almost always perpetuates the very problem we are trying to solve. We would benefit instead of acknowledging that a certain amount of discomfort is both annoying and normal. And if we acknowledge that a certain amount of discomfort, like disappointment or frustration or annoyance, is a normal life experience, our ability to tolerate the discomfort increases, and our ability to enjoy the pleasant also increases. This is because we take all of the effort we had previously been spending at removing the discomfort, and we use that effort instead to enjoy what is enjoyable. When we no longer have to spend time and energy at removing what is unavoidable, we find that we have more time and more energy to enjoy what is already present. So even though it may sound like an irony, the fact is, as we increase acceptance of basic life discomforts, we find that our lives are more full of joy and more full of satisfaction.